All right, Shabbat Shalom. Call hello Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us the truth. And Shabbat Shalom to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, we're going to go into the stock market crashing all around us right now. All right, we're in that time, and the stock market is a good thing to watch because if it's just falling apart, continually falling like it has been over the last couple of months, especially now when it's down 880 points on Friday like it was last Friday, and then today, right, it's already 700 points down. So I should probably check it because and what I'm getting at is if they're not pumping, if the plunge protection team is not pumping it back up in your face, then there's real problems. There's going to come a time when they just let it all go. And that time is quickly approaching. Okay, so right now at 12 o'clock, there's only 1 hour left, Pacific time over here. It's at 795. Under in the red, 795. Okay, and that's significant. It was 800 under. It closed 880 under on Friday. So now they're losing more. So what we're looking for is the time when they're just going to let it all go and won't prop it up anymore. That's a big sign. What are we doing? We're watching for the signs. All right? Because the signs are going to determine as to how quickly the Heavenly Father is going to send his son back. Yahweh Shai, all right? How about Shem Yahweh Shai? So, start right here at Zephaniah 1, and we'll start at 7, okay? Just to give some perspective. Hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, for the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, is at hand, okay? And how do we know the signs, the prophecy? This is a prophecy. For the Lord hath prepared a sacrifice, he hath bid his guests. Okay, the 2/3 are part of them guests. The other nations, you devils, okay, the rich men, it's going to go into it. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, which we're knocking on the door of that day, all right, that I will punish who? The princes, Prince Charles, and the king's children, Prince Charles, right? William and Harry, all the way down. The Rothschild, the Dukes of Edom, all the way down. And all such as are clothed with strange apparel. What is strange apparel? Is it the king's coat and the royal robe? No, it's these different doctrines, right? First of all, from the queen on down, or from Rothschild on down, they're worshiping Satan. That's strange apparel. Okay? In the same day also will I punish all those that leap on the threshold, which fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit. Same thing. Okay? These evil masters, right? Skeletor in them. These people are about bloodshed, sacrifices, lying, all right, and so forth. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Howl ye, inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. Okay? Now this is going into Wall Street, right? As we were taught by the elder apostles of GMS. Now let's get this in the New King James, and let's read it again. We'll start at 7. Be silent in the presence of the Lord power, for the day of the Lord is at hand. For the Lord has prepared a sacrifice. He has invited his guests, and it shall be in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, that I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such that are clothed with foreign apparel, not knowing the straight way, right? The one true gospel. In the same day will I punish all those that leap over the threshold, who fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit. And there shall be on that day, says the Lord, the sound of a mournful cry from the fish gate, a wailing from the second quarter, and a loud crashing from the hills. Okay, the hills are governments and such. Wail, you inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people. Okay, Maktesh was where they did trade, the market. Okay, for all the merchant people are cut down, all those who handle money. Okay, where is that? Wall Street. The wall on Wall Street, okay, is where you deal with stocks and bonds and such, money, the stock market. Who is the first stock? Stock cattle is stock. Chattel is stock. Your birth certificate is your chattel number, okay? And you are those cattle or those chattel being auctioned off on Wall Street, okay? All those who handle money are cut off, all right? Merchant, market, let's look at this somewhere else. Merchant, NLT, wail and sorrow, all you who live in the market area, all right? Mortar, slime had they for mortar, for what? To build that tower, build that wall, okay? This is dealing with money. All who weigh out silver will be cut off, dealing with money, all right? Okay, right here it says eliminate. All who weigh out silver will be eliminated, cut off, all right? Destroyed, utterly destroyed. And that were exalted by silver have been utterly destroyed. So what is going on? So traditionally and historically, when the stock market crashes, fools who are completely invested, right, calling themselves rich, start jumping out of high-rise windows, okay? So I decided to go with Dabu today, June 13th, okay? Dabu 7-7. All hell breaks loose as stocks plunge into bear what? Maktesh market. Okay? Market, fifth largest sell program in history. Okay, what was that word again? Market, merchant. Okay? Salakia. Market. All right? So let's watch this and see what Dabu has to report. Because, hey, keep your eye on what happens tomorrow. They only got 1 hour to try to prop this thing up and bring it back to 200 or so. Let me do a quick check. Salakia, bear with me real quick. It's at 8:08 right now. So it's hovering. They got 50 minutes as of 12:10 right now to try to bring this thing back to some acceptable. If they're down another 880 today, it's worth keeping your eye on it for the rest of the week, because as this thing goes, you can best believe when this market is crashing like that, here comes that martial law. It's a great indicator to keep your eye on as we watch. All right, so let's watch Dabu.
This is Dabu 7. Today, credit markets calling Monday Black Monday. And if you haven't noticed, the stock markets have tanked out completely, big time. As you can see here, this is looking at the IG credit, which has crashed back to right where when this whole thing kicked off, when they announced the pandemic into motion in all.
He said IG credit. All right. I bought yacht. Debt. All right.
When they announced the pandemic into motion and all the markets dumped, we are almost right back down to that low. And in the process, this has pulled down quite a few things.
Wait a minute. I want to hear that again. Because what he just said is huge. All right. When was this all the way down here? Let's watch that again.
Pandemic into motion in all the market.
Pandemic. So that was
which has crashed back
2019. Slovakia.
As you can see here, this is looking at the IG credit, which has crashed back to right where when this whole thing kicked off, when they announced the pandemic into motion and all the markets dumped, we are almost right back down to that low. And in the process, this has pulled down quite a few things. Now, there's been talk that if we enter a second quarter back-to-back crashing, that this sparks a recession. And now they're talking about the potential for depression. What I find interesting about some of the talk here is that when they look at these charts, they say that they happen in waves. You can see here gold topped 1880, and then it dumped down with everything as well. Bitcoin just off a cliff as all the crypto markets have bled out. And the S&P to lows of the year into bear market territory. Now, Bloomberg notes that sell programs of this size are typically not single events. They tend to happen in clusters, and that probably means that stocks might be in store for bigger losses. So this is what's going on out there. Here on this Monday, they're saying it's the 5th largest sell program in history right now with all this going on. So if you're taking a look at stocks, taking a look at your accounts, and you're wondering what happened, this is what's been going on today. But to break this down further on the next live stream, make sure to join me. You'll find links below in the description box.
All right, good enough. Hey, like Michael Jackson said, this is it. Right before they killed his ass. This is it. All right? They can't prop it up. The plunge protection team, look into that, can't prop this thing up anymore. All right? Let's get a thick clay. All right? Because, I mean, it's inevitable. It has a certain amount of time to run, and you can prop it up, and you get derivatives, and you can make up different names for all of this stuff. But at the Ponzi scheme, it's all going to come down at one point. And as you can see, when you look around at everything considered, the war, the famine, just everything, the supply chain, when you consider everything that's going on, all right, this is just another brick in the wall that's coming out right now. This is Habakkuk. Hab 2. Okay. So lock it. Let me get it. Habakkuk 2 and 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. All right. Well, again, if we come back up here, all right, this is talk about Esau, the so-called white man. Yea, also, this is Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, there's that false doctrine again, that philosophy. He is a proud man. Who is that? It's Esau. Neither keepeth at home. Well, right now he's in they're about to go over here and steal all the gold in where is it? Nairobi. Where is it? Where they found all the gold in Africa. It slips my mind right now. Anyway, okay. No, they don't keep at home. Who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death. There's Esau right there. Esau is death and cannot be satisfied, but garneth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. The great American melting pot. Okay? Shall not all these, all what? All nations, take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. They're going to Africa to grab up all that. They're signing a deal with I forget what country in Africa it's in, but they're signing a deal with the president of that country right now. He's selling out his people what is like 26 trillion in gold. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. I bought yacht debt. Okay? It's like fractional reserve banking. All right? People go and put their money in the bank and immediately they're using it for something else and there's no money to cover those funds. All right? It's all a Ponzi scheme, if you will. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? So whatever is going on right here, okay, with this, okay, not only are people jumping out the window, okay, keep your eye open this week, because if it continues at this rate right here, you're going to see many suicides. Hey, Esau, if he ain't got no money, he's done. He can go home, pull out the revolver, kill the kids and the dog, then the wife, and then stick the gun in his mouth. That's how they get out. Okay? That's where we're at with this thing. All right? Let's see. That's it. Where else did I want to go real quick? Oh, back to using this, okay, as a timetable. How do you tell what time we're in? How do you measure thou the time diligently? Well, you watch the stock market. When it falls and crashes, which I just brought out in the scriptures that it's going to do, all right, you know how close we are. 2 Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. How? By watching the prophecies come to pass. All right? I'll get that, Lord willing. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, well, we just read it. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the eyes will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay? Hey, this is about to cause uproars of the people. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, easy, and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days which were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay? Let's get one more and close it out. In the end, at the end. At the end they shall. What is this? So I could bear with me. I should know this, but it's slipping me right now. Let me see. Let me get it right here. It shall not tarry. Is that it? It will not tarry. There it is. Am I already there? Habakkuk 2 and 3. Start at 1. I will stand upon my watch. Well, that's what we're doing right now. What are we doing upon our watch? We're watching for the prophecies to come. And this is one that, howl ye Maktesh, your debt is going to catch up to you. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me until, to me, and what I will answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision, here's the point, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry. Wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Okay. You know what? I was right there. I started where? Should not all these. I started at 6, so I was already right there. Salakia. All right. Yeah, behold his soul. I think I started right there. Anyway, this is what we're looking for. The vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. At the what? At the end. We're at the end. Okay? It's speaking right now. What's speaking? All hell. All hell for who? Those that got their money in the stock market. Who's that? Does Jake have money in the stock market? Well, you could count it on on one hand. 3. 3 Negroes got money in the stock market. Okay? Meaning very little. All right, so anyway, that's the point. The point is, watch the market in the next few days. All right, if they prop it back up, all right, that means that they're scrambling for time. All right, if they don't prop it back up, they can't, and they got to let the chips fall where they may. All right, this is Revelation. Salakia. It's Revelation 12 and 12. This devil's done. Therefore, rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Hey, if he can't use the plunge protection team, which is a very deceitful lie, all you got to do is print money and throw the new printed money at the problem, which they may or may not do this week. Keep your eye on the stock market. It's just another sign that all hell is coming to Babylon the Great. All hell meaning that great fire. All right. So with that, we hope that the elect were edified, you brothers and few sisters. And with that, we're going to say Shabbat Shalom.